My name's Matt Gaines. Morning comes early. I get up at 4:30. Do my morning workout. Have my coffee, get dressed, grab some breakfast. My wife and I have a morning prayer. Head to the barn. Right now, we keep, on average, probably 40 horses, and we're training most of the time. That can get as high as 50 to 60. Now let's see if this one will cut. Most of those will be outside horses, customer horses. Stay accurate, ride with your feet now, not your body. There you go. This is Colleen Holt, the announcer of most of our aged events that we go to is her husband, Tom Holt. And I've got a couple horses for her that I've been riding for. One's 4 and one's 5, and she usually gets by once a week and practices on them. The rest of the time we work them here, you know, and keep them ready to go show, and then she tries to get by once a week or so to practice. We do raise a few of our own horses and train them as well. And like, I'd like to get her to where as soon as I crack that herd and step to that cow, you know, she locks on right now and is serious about what she did. I want to get her to start the way she finishes. And we're currently trying to expand that end of our business, grow our broodmare band up a little bit, add a few more quality mares as we go, try to raise some quality babies ourselves to train and to sell and possibly keep some to further our breeding program down the road. The customer horses that we have, we start riding them as 2-year-olds. All the horses we start riding as 2-year-olds. This is a pretty good colt right here. He's a Pepto-Boone small, out of Smart Little Nike, and he's starting like he's going to be a real nice horse. I like to have ideally 15 to a maximum of 20 head of 2-year-olds. I don't really want more than 20, and I don't really like having fewer than 15. Some of the times we do, but that's a pretty good number. Myself and the guys that help me with those can do a good job on that number of colts. Yeah, and that mare will. And that mare will get to where she likes it. Right. I think she's just a little cautious, you know, but she'll figure it out. Generally have the same amount, 10 to 15, probably around 15 show horses too most of the time. And show horses are great. Some of them kind of go back and forth when there's not shows going on. People will take them home for a couple weeks and then bring them back, and they don't require quite as much work. They still have to. The main thing on them is keeping them fit, keeping them exercised in between shows, and then, you know, keeping them ready to work, so that when it is time to go show, you can get some good works on them. They're physically fit and ready to go. have to have a great team behind you. I don't think any successful business, I mean, they wouldn't be successful without a good team behind you. And, you know, number one, my wife, Tara, she's great. She's the best person I've ever seen at taking care of horses, and she sets a good example for the other employees. Right now, I feel like I have as good a team here as I've had in a while. I've got John Ross, who's my assistant and helps me work the horses and rides a lot of the 2-year-olds, and he's doing a great job. You know, trying to balance the show horses that you're trying to keep right and keep going down the road and showing. And then you have all these babies here at home that have to get trained. So we try to carry a lot of those babies with us when we can, and that's where John Ross is so important. Because when I'm gone, he's here, he can work them, keep them advancing, and then when I get home, I can get back on them and carry on with them. Curtis Mulkey, he just came on with us, and of course Corey Shiner, she lopes and helps take care of the horses and does a real good job. And then I've got a couple boys that feed, clean stalls, just maintenance type work, which is very important. You know, do all the kind of stuff that we basically don't have time to do. When you go work a cow and you go show them, a lot of times you don't know what kind of ground you have, and what I like about these boots here is they give you some added protection back here on their heels. A lot of sand you get into can be kind of gritty and gravelly, and it'll burn those horses up under here, especially in the back where they go stop. It gives them a lot of added protection, and when you watch those horses go stop and the way the pressure they put on their legs, that extra support with the way this wraps around here, it just gives you some extra tendon support. And you know, I think of it as like, you know, football players wrapping their ankles. And it's just another thing we can do to help protect that animal, to help keep it sound. I'd say if you're just to back out here at one and gathering everything up, because then that'll give me time to get on. I'll get on checks, do that deal with him, and then we'll work some 2-year-olds around and around. Let's go to lunch.